Shame and introspection. Shannon has always been open about her emotional struggles, often revealing her vulnerabilities on the show. But this was different. There were no cameras, no producers, and no scripted scenes to navigate. It was just her alone with her thoughts, and the reality of the situation was sinking in reflecting on life choices during her time in jail. Shannon Hatt was, she describes, as a wake-up call. The isolation forced her to reflect on her life choices, particularly her relationship with alcohol. Fans of Uri are well aware that Shannon has a complicated relationship with alcohol, which has often been a source of conflict on the show. While she has defended her drinking as a way to cope with the pressures of her life, this incident made her realize that her coping mechanisms were doing more harm than good. In her own words, Shannon admitted that she had been in denial about the extent of her drinking. The arrest was a harsh reality check, one that she couldn't ignore any longer. She expressed regret not only for the incident itself, but also for the ways in which she let her personal struggles spill over into her public persona. The pressure to maintain a certain image on RHOC had taken its toll, and she now realized that it was time to make some serious changes. Public reaction and support. The public reaction to Shannon's arrest was mixed, as is often the case with high-profile figures. Some expressed disappointment, while others were quick to offer support, understanding that everyone makes mistakes. Her RHOC castmates also had varied responses. Some were sympathetic, recognizing the challenges that come with being in the spotlight, while others saw it as another example of Shannon's self-destructive behavior. In the days following her release, Shannon issued a public apology, taking full responsibility for her actions. She acknowledged the severity of the situation and expressed her commitment to making amends for many. This was a sign that Shannon was ready to confront her issues head-on rather than deflecting or making excuses. Move forward. Shannon's journey moving forward is bound to be challenging, but she seems determined to make the necessary changes in her life. She has spoken about seeking professional help to address her relationship with alcohol and is committed to being more mindful of her actions. This experience has undoubtedly shaken her, but it also appears to have given her a new perspective on what truly matters. The road to recovery and redemption is never easy, especially when lived out in the public eye. Shannon will have to navigate not only her personal struggles, but also the scrutiny that comes with being a reality TV star. However, her willingness to be open about her experiences may also serve as an inspiration to others who are dealing with similar challenges in a world where reality TV often blurs the lines between real life and entertainment. Shannon's arrest and subsequent reflections serve as a stark reminder that the challenges faced by the stars are often all too real. While her time in jail was undoubtedly one of the lowest points in her life, it could also be the catalyst for positive change. Only time will tell how this chapter in Shannon Beador's life will unfold, but one thing is certain: she is no longer in denial about the changes she needs to make the impact on ROCs. Shannon prepares to face the consequences of her actions. There's no doubt that this incident will also impact her role on RHOC. The show, which thrives on drama and personal conflicts, is likely to explore this storyline in depth. Shannon's castmates will have their opinions, and viewers will be eager to see how she handles the fallout. However, Shannon's focus now seems to be on healing and self-improvement rather than getting caught up in the drama. Whether this will lead to a different dynamic of the show remains to be seen, but fans are hopeful that this will mark a turning point for Shannon, both online and off the screen. Conclusion: Shannon Beador's experience in jail was a sobering reminder of the consequences of her actions. The reality star, known for her candidness and vulnerability, has now faced one of the most challenging moments of her life. While the incident was undoubtedly a low point, ist as also served as a crucial wake-up call. Shannon's journey moving forward will be watched closely by her fans, who are hopeful that this experience will lead to positive changes in her life, whether on RHOC or in her personal life. Shannon Beer's story is far from over, and this latest chapter is just the beginning of what could be Beer is recalling her surreal jail experience. The mother of 3 was locked up after she had her DUI hit and run. Now she is reflecting on what that night was like and how it felt to be behind bars while in the most intense pain. Keep reading for all of the details on Shannon's experience. Shannon Beador co-stars have long talked about her drinking and how she needed to slow down, yet she kept going and living her life until one night she made a horrible mistake that RHOC star drank and drove from her ex-boyfriend John Jansen's house. They had a fight, which led her to leave. Though she knew she should not drive because she had alcohol, she did, and ended up having a hit and run. Eventually led to her getting arrested for a DUI, as Shannon had left the scene with her dog Archie by her side. Since that happened, she has to serve community service, go to an alcohol treatment program, and relive the nightmare on season 18 of RVs. Now, she is opening up about having to spend time in jail after that fateful night that has changed her life forever. According to People, Shannon is claustrophobic, so being in a cell added to the nightmare. She added that she tried to pretend she was in a bedroom in an attempt to get over her claustrophobia as much as it distressed. Shannon had to serve her fine of 5 hours in jail. It was not a pretty sight for Shannon Beer, who was bloodied up and barefoot. This taught Shannon where she never wanted to be again in her life. It was a true wake-up call, though being behind bars was a horrific experience. Should have been enough for Shannon's Beer to change her ways. However, as seen in clips for RHOC season 18, she still has a few cocktails higher and there yet. Shannon notes that she drinks with a different mindset now and is not an escape tactic. Her friendship with Tamara Judge also suffered as they were doing the Tres Amabis tour with Vicky Gunson. Some of the jokes involved drinking, and Tamara felt it was too soon after Shannon's arrest to go down that road. Plus, her schedule did not align with their tour, so she backed out, which has caused major dissension between the women and has been a friendship ender. Tamara Aussie a parlay to seeing Shannon sneaks alcohol shortly after her arrest, which she had a hard time with. Shannon maintained Coel a Shanja that this has been life-changing, but it really shook her. 3 girls. Do you think Shannon has really learned, or will it take some more time? Let us know thoughts and why. RHOC Thursdays on Bravo. Amanda has been a professional freelance writer for over a decade, holding both a BA and an MA. Her passions include animals, iced coffee, gnomes, summer music, and Vanderpump Rulen, and emotional recounting of her recent experiences. Shannon Beer, star of The Real Housewives of Orange County RHO, opened up about her shocking and surreal time in jail. Known for her high-energy personality, lavish lifestyle, and dramatic flair on the Bravo reality series, this was an experience that seemed worlds apart from her usual existence. To her unexpected brush with the law sent shockwaves through her fan base and brought her face to face with some harsh realities that even the most scripted of reality television couldn't prepare her for. The arrest. It all began with an arrest that caught everyone by surprise. Shannon, often seen as the fun-loving yet sometimes controversial personality, found herself in a very real, very unexpected situation. The details leading up to her arrest were fuzzy at first, leaving both the public and her castmates scrambling for information. Initial reports suggested a DUI, and soon after the rumors were confirmed, Shannon was arrested on suspicion of driving under the influence in a hit-and-run incident that left a neighborhood rattled for someone Kui has been candid about her struggles with anxiety, PRSONL demons, and DA pressures of being in the public eye. This arrest seemed to mark a new low point in Shannon's tumultuous journey. Her fans, who have seen her navigate the highs and lows of her personal life on screen, were shocked, but many expressed concern, rather than judgment. Inside the jail experience, to Shannon's account of her time in jail is both harrowing and humbling. In her words, the experience was surreal, a term that doesn't quite capture the depth of emotions she felt during those hours. The reality of being in a jail cell stripped of her usual comforts was a stark contrast to the life of privilege she is accustomed to. Upon entering the jail, Shannon was processed like any other detainee. The usual procedure, fingerprinting, mugshots, and a change in the standard jail attire, was a jarring experience for her. She described the environment as cold and unforgiving, with the stark realization that she was just another inmate, no different from the others. In that moment, the hours she spent in jail were marked by a mix of fear